AITA for moving out alone and not with my stepsister and lying about where I'm going to college. My dad and stepmom were both widowed when me and my stepsister were 5. They met a year later and became widowed parent friends, which I always believe they started dating like a year after my stepsister's dad died, but they don't want to be honest and say they moved on so fast, especially when they had kids. So we'd all hang out together during the day and we'd have late nights at each other's houses for a couple of years. Even back then I struggled to get along with my stepsister. She was always a sensitive kid. She was shy, quiet, very delicate to any kind of negativity or being corrected. I'm quiet and introverted, so similar. But I was supposed to be her best friend, said my dad, and to be gentle with her. Be there for her, help her with stuff, make her laugh. It was annoying back then, and when my dad and stepmom admitted they were dating, I really hated that I was now stuck with her. She stuck to me in school and would track me down and follow me around. My dad told me I should love having a sister my age. I told him I didn't. He told me to think about how great it could be. I told him I wanted to spend time with friends without her. He said she was my best friend. She never could make her own friends. She's very hard to get close to. She hardly talks. She talk if it's just us, but it's so painful. She never wants to do anything and just follows me around. There were times I would leave and go spend time with friends and she'd cry and I'd get into trouble for leaving her. Then our half-siblings were born and it was a shit show. I love my half-siblings. It was clear I loved them, but not my stepsister. My stepmom made that a very big deal and told me I shouldn't love some siblings more than others. I should love everyone. She also accused me of turning my half-siblings against my stepsister. But she never wanted to play with them or speak to them. Yet she would get upset when they favored me too. But mostly she hated that I favored them to her. I never wanted to spend time with her. I always had to be forced to. It showed. That didn't help. Family therapy was quit after 4 months because my dad and stepmom didn't like that. So much focus was put on helping my stepsister branch out instead of helping us come together as sisters. For 2 years, my dad and stepmom and stepsister were planning for me and her to go to college together to move out together, so we could travel at the same time and settle in together. I made plans behind their back with my grandpa, and against their wishes I moved out in June and moved in with grandpa for the summer, and I'll be starting community college in this town when school starts back up. My dad finally found out. He and my stepmom were already pissed I moved out without my stepsister, and now they're pissed we won't be in the same school. Dad was pissed I lied to him for 2 years. I told him he left me with no choice. AITA.